What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'll be with you.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love you too. No, we're not doing that, cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom do know how to have a good time.
Actually Keisha Dent too. But then I had found a name that said Keisha Kayla Dent. And I'm like, I don't even know if that goes with Keisha, if that has anything to do with her until...
Amid the chaos surrounding P. Diddy, one figure has remained hauntingly silent: his sister. While Diddy's mother loves being in the spotlight, his sister has chosen to lurk in the shadows, away from the glitz and glamour. That is, until now. Following his disgraceful arrest, she's ready to expose him after years of silence, and her story might just shake the very foundations of his empire. But many wonder, has she been hiding in fear of her own brother? If not, what has kept her quiet all this time? Stick around as we unravel the mystery of Diddy's sister and delve into the unsettling rumors that have swirled around the Diddy family for years. Complicated upbringing. Sean Combs and his sister had anything but a traditional upbringing, and many can't help but think this unconventional childhood is why he went on to become the complex figure he is. Combs and his sister were born and raised in Harlem in New York City, to Janice and Melvin Combs, but they had a tough childhood after their father was murdered when they were very young. His mother struggled to raise him and his sister Keisha as the pair grew up in a broken home. Just 9 years later, the family moved to suburban Mount Vernon, New York. This is where he attended prep school and went on to get the nickname Puffy because of his habit of puffing up his chest during football practice. He attended Howard University in Washington, D.C., but dropped out after 2 years to work as an intern at Uptown Records in New York City. And within a year, he ended up being promoted to vice president. It wasn't long before he landed himself in major trouble in December 1991, when 9 people were killed and 29 injured, when crowds stormed into a charity basketball tournament organized by Combs at City College of New York. In 1993, Combs was fired from Uptown, and that's what motivated him to turn his energies towards making his own label, Bad Boy Entertainment. That's where his rise to fame began. Diddy enjoyed years of massive success after his breakthrough and even collaborated with major artists like Mariah Carey and Mary J. Blige. This chart-topping mogul had established himself as a prominent figure in the industry, but very few knew that beneath the glitz and glamour, unsettling secrets were waiting to be discovered. Diddy's public image became more closely tied to controversy as he ventured beyond music into clothing, acting, and a tequila brand. Even though he successfully reinvented himself, his troubled past continued to cast a shadow, raising doubts about his character. Now, with serious federal charges for sexual abuse and assault looming over him, every aspect of his life is being scrutinized, especially his relationship with his family. P. Diddy's father. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Long before netizens knew Sean Combs as P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, or simply Diddy, he was a young boy struck by tragedy. At just 3 years old, Sean's life changed forever when his father, Melvin Combs, was brutally gunned down. This devastating loss would mark the beginning of a long string of deaths that haunted Diddy's inner circle. In a Reels episode titled Murder in the Family, Sean Combs, Geraldo Rivera investigated how the hip-hop mogul has been surrounded by misery and hurdles from boyhood. Rivera reported that Melvin Combs was killed on Harlem's merciless streets in 1972. His father's murder was never solved, never even investigated, Rivera wrote in a special column. This unresolved loss left a significant mark on Sean, potentially even turning him into the man the world would come to know. "They say you can't miss something you never had," Sean once shared, reflecting on his father's absence. But as he grew older, the weight of not having a father figure, someone to applaud his accomplishments or seek direction from, became all too real. Despite Diddy's supposed larger-than-life reputation, a rediscovered interview with him discussing his father has sparked speculation about the man behind the fame. Diddy openly revealed that his father was no ordinary man. He was a significant player in Harlem's drug trade, a kingpin who developed his own empire. There were rumors that Melvin worked for legendary gangsters Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes, but Diddy immediately debunked those claims. His father was not someone else's employee. He led his own gang and was on the same level as these guys. Of course, he was quick to clarify that it wasn't something he glorified. After all, his father lived a dangerous life. Selling narcotics only gets you one of two things: jail or death. And that's why I didn't follow in his footsteps. While Sean said he chose a different route, dominating the music industry instead of the drug game. However, he admitted that he and his father had an uncanny resemblance. "I'm definitely like him," he admitted, "but I'm just taking the legal way." Or so he claimed. Diddy spent most of his life completely oblivious to the full nature of his father's actions and how he was a part of the narcotics scene. He only found the true story after conducting his own investigation. Way before the internet became a thing, he came across a newspaper item about his father's funeral. What confused him was that they focused not on the sadness of his murder, but on the family's lovely appearance. His mother in a fur coat, and son Sean, just 3 years old, in mink. "That was our family," Diddy explained. According to him, the same unshakable dedication to make his father proud was what propelled him to stardom when he could have easily followed his father's footsteps and ended up with the awful fate. In an interview a few years ago, Diddy stated that he understood why his mother concealed the truth from him. Growing up in Harlem, he believed that if he had realized what his father was actually up to, he would have followed in his footsteps and aimed to become one of the most powerful drug dealers in his community. But, thinking back on that program, the part that sent chills down everyone's spine was when Diddy was questioned if people truly knew the real Sean Combs. His response was a stern no. The rapper has consistently denied the current racketeering and sex trafficking charges against him, pleading not guilty to all claims. However, the chilling facts in the indictment have cast a shadow of doubt over the guy many believed they knew. The Only Woman by P. Diddy's Side. When it comes to Diddy and his mother, Janice Combs, their relationship has always been controversial. But with Diddy's latest incarceration, the criticism has only increased. You see, this wasn't your usual mother-son relationship. It's filled with strange behaviors and rumors that make people wonder how much Janice knew about, or perhaps engaged in her son's controversial lifestyle. But Janice, lovingly known as Mom Dukes by Diddy, has remained by his side through thick and thin. It's the how has everyone talking. They've shared countless moments together over the years, but none have raised more eyebrows than a recently discovered video of Diddy and Janice getting drips together before he casually leans over to his mother and kisses her on the lips. And as if that wasn't bizarre enough, Diddy openly discusses dragging his 83-year-old mother to strip clubs. Sure, Diddy compliments her beauty and independence, but for most people, the mother-son strip club outing is pretty weird. Unfortunately, this isn't even the strangest part of their relationship. No, the uncomfortable dynamic goes way deeper. For some time, there have been rumors that Janice may have played a considerably greater role in Diddy's problematic life. Some claim she was even in on his infamous freak-offs, the wild parties in which every form of debauchery was present. Rumors say that Janice was more than just aware. She may have also helped to set up these problematic incidents. And don't forget, when the FBI raided Diddy's home, videos purportedly found showing Janice in compromising positions, though the degree of her involvement isn't confirmed just yet. People are questioning why Janice, who should be the farthest from these events, agreed to give her passport as part of Diddy's bail conditions. Why would she be getting involved if there wasn't a deeper connection between her and Diddy's alleged crimes? It's almost as if Diddy's imprisonment will propel her into the spotlight in ways she never wanted. This is not the first time Diddy's relationship with his mother has sparked controversy. According to those close to him, his toxic attitude towards women began long before he rose to fame, and Janice observed it all. Some claim that Sean had a history of being vocally abusive towards her in public. It got so bad that his friends had to step in and call him out for his behavior. With multiple incidences of his inappropriate behavior, netizens can't help but speculate why his family let his behavior go unchecked for so long. And exactly how much did his relatives know about his lavish yet satanic parties? The Forgotten Sister. P. Diddy's sister, Keisha Combs, is a name that few people are aware of. In fact, most don't know a single detail about her life. She's so mysterious that even her actual date of birth is debated, with many believing that she was only a few months old when her father was killed. This meant their mother, Janice, was left to care for two young children during a very challenging time. But after making the decision to move out of Harlem, she knew she would try her best to give her kids a good life. Keisha and Diddy both attended Catholic schools, with Keisha going to Cardinal Hayes High School in the Bronx. As for higher education, she chose not to pursue a college degree. Because, let's be honest, who really needs one when your brother is one of the biggest names in the music industry? She began her career working for Diddy in 2002, taking on roles like Director of Media Marketing and Director of External Affairs at Daddy's House social programs in New Jersey. Even before getting involved with her brother's business, Keisha was already rubbing shoulders with big names in the industry and went on to marry Stephen Timothy Dent on September 19, 1999, at the age of 28. Stephen himself was a Grammy-nominated music engineer with an impressive resume and years of experience. He'd worked with legends like Mary J. Blige, the Notorious B.I.G., and Lil' Kim. In fact, he'd even revealed in an interview that Diddy gave him his first group to work with, which was called 112, launched in the mid-90s. Stephen joined Daddy's House recording studio in New York in 2004 as an audio engineer and managing director, adding to the Combs family's link to the music industry. Apparently, he contributed to the soundtracks of the film Notorious and the platinum record Bad Boys 2, along with multiple other tracks. With such strong roots in the music industry and a family link to one of its most famous figures, it's obvious that Keisha's brother helped her make the right connections and get involved with the right people. The only question is, was she close enough with him to know about what was actually going on behind the scenes? People are naturally very curious about what Keisha and Janice knew about Diddy's behavior, especially his treatment of women, including charges of abuse against Cassie and Kim Porter. Were they aware of his issues with addiction or the insane lifestyle he led? If you're one to believe rumors, then according to reports, Diddy often disrespected his own mother, proving that his family at least had an inkling about his problems. What's fascinating is that Stephen Dent's work with Diddy and the Bad Boy roster likely meant that he and Keisha were close to the people who actually knew about the chaos surrounding Diddy's life, even if they weren't aware of it themselves. A quick background search on Keisha revealed her history in the entertainment world, including her position as a casting director. She has earned a reputation for her great eye for talent, having worked on casting for a number of blockbuster films and successful television series. Keisha also made it clear that she wanted to become a dedicated champion for social justice and mental health awareness, all while relying on her own experiences. However, her support for mental health awareness raised serious concerns regarding her thoughts on her brother. With his questionable lifestyle and the relationships that surround it, many thought she was a hypocrite. Given her dedication to combating bullying and mental health issues, it's only normal for netizens to ask if she was aware of Cassie's difficulties in her volatile relationship with Diddy. Did she approach Cassie to offer support or to persuade her about the toxic situation that was clearly affecting her physical and mental health? Or did she and her husband just turn a blind eye to everything? After all, Diddy was one of the biggest names in the industry. Or does she just think of Diddy as a victim of a tough childhood? Netizens wondered if she felt any remorse or understanding for the agony her brother has caused women like Cassie. To be fair, though, rumors have circulated for years that Diddy's relationship with his sister has deteriorated. And with the recent discoveries, reports say that the tension between the siblings has only increased. With Sean's recent arrest and the never-ending spotlight now turned to his family, rumors are spreading that Keisha is ready to break her silence and reveal what she knows. Some believe growing rumors about her and her mother, Janice, are leading her to finally speak out. Questions about their involvement in Diddy's controversial lifestyle have been circulating, and many are eager to hear Keisha's side of the story. And if the rumors are true, the explosive details could shake Diddy's already fragile reputation even further. The shocking details in the indictment. Sean Combs' world was turned upside down when Cassie Ventura took a daring step in November 2023 by filing a lawsuit against her ex-partner. Known for her smash song Me and You, the musician said that she has been stuck in a cycle of abuse, violence, and trafficking under Diddy's control, even claiming he had assaulted her in 2018 when she tried to leave him. But when the lawsuit was settled in just one day, it was only the beginning of the end of P. Diddy. Because, in May 2024, a distressing video was leaked that showed Diddy brutally beating Cassie. The tape only proved Cassie's claims, particularly one from March 2016, in which she said Diddy punched her in the face while intoxicated, leaving her with a black eye and multiple bruises over her body. With multiple other victims stepping forward and officially launching a lawsuit against him, the 54-year-old music mogul was arrested on September 16, 2024, in Manhattan, New York. This quickly became a high-profile trafficking case that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges and has repeatedly denied any wrongdoings. After all, the allegations against him are severe. According to the court documents, behind the glamour, Diddy is allegedly a man who ran a criminal enterprise that was involved in the worst kinds of evil: forced labor, bribery, arson, kidnapping, and obstruction of justice. He was misleading the entire world. Currently, Diddy is being held without bond at the Special Housing Unit of Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, following the denial of his initial bail package. This proposed package reportedly included the house of his mother, Janice Combs, and the passports of his children, Chance and Jesse Combs. His legal team had suggested a bail amount of $50 million, which included selling his Miami and his mother's houses to secure the bond. However, the judge was quick to reject this bid, saying that there was no way to guarantee Diddy wouldn't try to potentially tamper with witnesses. The indictment was unsealed after his arrest, and the shocking details about the allegations are making waves on social media. The worst of them all includes racketeering conspiracy and trafficking. If convicted on all counts, Diddy could face a sentence ranging from 15 years to life in prison. The case file only showed a frightening pattern in which Diddy allegedly mistreated, blackmailed, and coerced women into fulfilling his sexual urges for years, all while protecting his reputation and hiding his actions. The indictment states that these parties, known as freak-offs, happened on a daily basis and frequently involved commercial sex workers. But during these events, he allegedly gave victims a range of banned narcotics to ensure their silence and cooperation. This arrest follows a federal raid on Diddy's luxurious properties in Miami and Los Angeles, during which authorities allegedly discovered 3 semi-automatic rifles with defaced serial numbers, a drum magazine, a significant amount of drugs, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Despite the gravity of the charges, Diddy has claimed that he's completely innocent and publicly stated that he will fight the allegations against him. This is an important turning point in his life and career, as his reputation has been tainted by a series of public conflicts and violent incidents. With each passing day, new rumors are swirling about his past, and many can't help but connect it to his traumatic upbringing. Was Diddy involved in his late wife's death? Following Diddy's incarceration, the Combs family has been the subject of gossip and controversy, specifically his connection with his late wife, Kim Porter, the mother of 4 of his children. Porter died in 2018 due to struggling with lobar pneumonia. But after all that's come out about her husband, she's receiving increased public attention. Recently, Diddy's 4 children, Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah, put out a statement. But it wasn't for the reasons you might think. In fact, they wanted to defend their mother's memory and denounce the hurtful and false rumors surrounding her passing. Christian, Jesse, and Delilah Combs issued a united statement on Instagram to address erroneous allegations about their parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, and their mother's terrible death. Their mother, who was a former model, and Combs were in an on and off relationship from 1994 until 2007. During their time together, they had a son, Christian, who is now 26, and twin daughters, Jesse and Delilah, who are now 17. Their anger is due to the release of a typo-ridden memoir allegedly penned by Kim Porter before her sudden death in 2018. Forcing her children to come forward and call out the book was completely fake. The book claims that the 59-page memoir titled Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side was written in her last days. But a quick dive into its background opens a wormhole of theories. The book was self-published under a pseudonym on September 6th by a so-called investigative journalist and has since reached the top spot on Amazon's bestsellers list. It's attributed to Jamal T. Millwood, a name linked by conspiracy theorists to an alias supposedly used by Tupac Shakur, which has also added fuel to wild rumors circulating on social media. Many conspiracy theories are now questioning the circumstances of Porter's untimely death. But Porter's children were quick to shut down any claims about their mother being the author, stating, "Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not. And anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves." They described the memoir as nothing more than a fabrication by opportunists exploiting their mother's legacy. In a particularly upsetting moment, the family addressed the developing conspiracy theories surrounding Porter's death, including false allegations linking Diddy to her death. These rumors have spread on social media, with some even claiming that Combs played a role in her tragic death. The family's statement expressed their deep remorse at the circus surrounding such a horrific occurrence, as well as their commitment to safeguarding their mother's legacy. Porter's children directly addressed the rumors in their statement, firmly stating, "The cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul play. They expressed sorrow at how their mother's death had become the subject of conspiracy theories and public spectacle, adding, "We want our mother to be remembered as a kind, beautiful, strong, and loving woman. Her memory should not be tarnished by horrible conspiracy ideas." Despite the ongoing legal battles surrounding their father, Porter's children have remained silent on the charges he faces while being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. To make matters worse, Christian Combs, Diddy's eldest son, is also going through legal issues. In April, he was named as a co-defendant in a Los Angeles lawsuit, accusing him of drugging and assaulting a lady on a luxury yacht. The lawsuit, which includes an audio recording of the encounter, unveils an alarming picture that is in line with the allegations against Diddy. Christian's legal team has aggressively rejected the allegations, calling the complaint lewd and meritless. Yet netizens were quick to make a comparison between father and son, calling into question their family dynamics and the legacy that is being passed down. The impact on Diddy's career. As the court proceedings progress, the consequences on Diddy's career are enormous. Once a music business powerhouse, his brand was based on charisma, talent, and an unbeatable reputation. However, with the gravity of the charges and the media frenzy surrounding his arrest, his empire is now in peril. As he faces the threat of lengthy legal fights and possible jail, the rumor mill is going wild, changing how the public thinks of not only him, but also the music industry in general. Sean is at a crossroads, and as the case unfolds, the world can barely wait to see how this story will end. With Jeffrey Epstein's case ending with his sudden death, netizens are following closely to see exactly who else was involved in one of the biggest scandals in recent history. The road ahead is uncertain, not just for Diddy, but for everyone involved in his life. Rumors are swirling about who else might be connected to the scandal, and celebrities like 50 Cent are jumping on the opportunity to call Diddy out publicly, adding even more fuel to the fire. As the Combs family deals with the fallout, they're left to face grief, betrayal, and constant public speculation. With more rumors surfacing about who might be involved, including his own family, the media and fans are eager to see how these shocking revelations unfold. Will Diddy's sister finally break her silence, or is his family hiding darker secrets than anyone imagined? One thing is certain: this isn't just a chapter in Diddy's story. It could be the beginning of his empire's downfall, and only time will reveal the true extent of the Diddy empire's depravity.